Alright, so I gotta do this fast because the video's long enough already. But basically, the reason why this video is so long is because Dean had to go this in depth to prove who did Negan kill and what will Season 7 bring to The Walking Dead. You want to find out? Well, stay tuned for the entire video. Hello my starters, get shotguns out, and welcome to a very different video. If you guys don't know, me, Dean, Eddie, and Diego, we're huge fans of The Walking Dead. If you don't know, Walking Dead had a little bit of a cliffhanger last season on who will die. Now if you haven't seen it, well, first of all, why are you watching this video? And second of all, there will be spoilers ahead. But it's not going to be me saying all this because my voice is annoying as shit. So we're going to have Dean, as you can tell by the presentation. Dean made an entire fucking presentation on who he thinks is going to die, and I agree 100%. So Dean, take it away.
I'm not even gonna lie, I probably put more effort into this PowerPoint than I did any PowerPoint during the actual school year. And like Gio said, we are all huge Walking Dead fans, like, it's unbelievable.
It's insane.
Anyway, we are a little delayed on this because Gio's a jackass.
What? We haven't found time.
No,
This is bullshit.
Accept it. Okay,
I call flag on the play.
I made an entire PowerPoint, as you can see, Dean's death pick, The Walking Dead. I don't know why The Walking Dead is not capitalized and just The. I'm gonna ignore that.
Why?
Ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. I don't know why. I think it's because I changed the font, but whatever.
God damn it, Dean.
Alright, anyway, we're gonna get into this. Let's start by showing off a diagram of how everybody was shown on screen, right? Okay.
As we can tell, HD graphics. Right here.
Oh, 100%, bro. Come on, I used the latest materials.
I honestly could not figure out that was not Negan. I honestly thought that was actually Negan.
Come on, like, it looks exactly like him. Alright, let's go down to this. So we got Glenn and Eugene's on the corners. Now this is crucial because the corners play a huge role in everything, because a lot of people think Glenn's gonna die, but once again, I think Glenn is immortal.
He survived three times this season. He cheated death 3 times. He's not going anywhere.
Now, they're represented all by hearts because, well, I mean...
That's when they're alive.
I love them all.
We love them all. Well,
yeah. The sun is represented by the light because if you show the video, which Gio will show throughout the video...
I'll be doing it to show, like, the points.
Yes. The light is actually, like, big headlights being shown on the group, so the light is behind to the right of Negan. And this is the exact order of which everybody is in.
And let me chime in here. Dean literally went into a hole for about a few days to do this.
Oh yes, I studied every single angle at what was happening to get the most accurate reading on who I think died. So, I mean, a lot of analytics went into this, just not who I thought was gonna die, like Daryl or Rick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember when we thought Rick was gonna die?
Yeah, it was early.
It was a good theory. It was a good theory.
It was a good theory. All right, we're gonna get into my first point, because God knows. Okay. First and foremost,
I don't know how it says.
Negan is about to kill his victim, right? And he gives a speech to the entire group how he doesn't want anybody to speak, to blink and breathe. It's actually in the video. Gio will show that to you.
Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
But when he does it, he looks both ways, as to tell the group as a whole, not just in the middle, not just to the right, not just to the left. He looks both ways, which implies that people in Rick's group are to his left and to his right, which means the corners are safe. They are not dying, which means, once again, Glenn will never die.
He never dies. He will never die. That's smiley face graphics.
It will also mean Eugene will not die, but he will just have a mad beating like he did.
And a little bit of more, like, my 2 cents in, they're probably going to use Eugene to push more of that, like, gun development that he figured out how to make bullets.
Yeah, probably. They probably want to, because that's the only way they're going to be able to storm back in the future.
And yes, we know Eugene got this huge arc in it. However, it doesn't really line up based on this.
Yeah. So Glenn will never die. That is the caption of this.
It should have been the title.
It should have been the title. Glenn is immortal. All right, we're gonna continue. All right, so the light is another big direction in which you can go. The light affects everything as a whole because you see the shadows and everything like that. But when Negan hits his victim for the first time, in the background of Negan, all you see is the Black Forest. Now, there are only 3 people facing the light when they are kneeling, and those people are Glenn, Daryl, and Rosita. And since Glenn is already safe, that means Daryl and Rosita are now safe, because if Negan was facing Daryl or Rosita, the light would have been shown behind him. So, as you can see, Rosita and Daryl are now safe.
And
Carl stays alive, and the Rosita romance is still alive, most importantly.
Basically, there's a bit of backstory behind this. One day, Eddie texted us and be like, dude, Daryl and Rosita is so smash.
So, I had to put that in there for Eddie, because, you know what, I mean, it's possible. It is. It's possible.
And Rosita, in my opinion, is right now the hottest one on the show. Just my opinion.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Okay. Alright, to the next one. Now, this...
Bear with me here.
As you can see, this gets a little crazy, okay? Alright. So, once again, we're gonna go back to the speech at the end when Negan says, you can't breathe, blink, and cry. Right before he does it, if he says if anyone screams, he will cut the boy's eye out and feed it to his father. Now, this is a major line that a lot of people have interpreted, that a lot of people have had a lot of guesses about.
This is why we first thought that Rick was dead.
Yeah, this was our first very thought, which was, in my opinion, wrong. It was a little
out
in
there.
the moment, spur in the moment.
Yeah.
So, this is my thing on it. When Negan says this, it's a subtle but noticeable motion when he puts his bat towards Rick and Carl. So Rick is to the left of him, and Carl was to the right of him. When he's facing us, but to us, when we're looking at Negan, it's to the left Carl and to the right Rick, which means none of them are in front of him, which also means that none of them are going to die. Now that means Rick and Carl are safe. But it also means, since Rick is directly, and now this is just my point of view, some people can disagree with me, he settles to Rick almost right next to the victim. So that means anybody past Rick to the left of Rick is also safe, because it's not possible. It's just physically not possible. It's just not. So anybody to the left of Rick and Carl is okay. Now, you can also make the fact, which, you see where I says safe, now I put Maggie, Abraham, and Michonne, which is to the left of Rick, and I also put Carl, because Carl was motioned to the right. I didn't put Rick in the safe yet, because...
It's not
honestly,
concrete.
Yeah, because it's not concrete, because the bat was so subtle, and it was almost like it was directly in front of him. So we're going to keep him in the dead zone right now.
For now. And can I point out the little caption at the bottom?
Oh,
Glenn
yes.
doesn't have to do anything stupid, so he definitely doesn't die, because the main people, which kind of makes Glenn sound like a dick, but let's be honest, if it was Maggie on the chopping block, he'd definitely throw himself.
Yeah, Glenn would be dead too, so, I mean, Maggie safe, Glenn safe, it kind of makes sense. So let's go. We're down to 3, ladies and gentlemen.
The 3.
Now, this is another big point. One of Rick's lovers finally doesn't die, because Michonne is now still alive.
Well, he's lost 2 girls that he wants to bang in the matter of 6 seasons.
It's almost as if anybody who gets close to Rick
is a death sentence.
Is basically dead on the show, which is nice to hear that Michonne will not die, at least in my presentation. Now we're down to 3. We're down to Rick, we're down to Sasha, and we're down to Aaron. Now what you're gonna hear next, in the next few coming slides, is a lot of interpretation on my part, and a lot of viewing from my perspective. So
Now,
bear
I'll
with
obviously be having the video clips to be showing it, so hopefully you can
Yes.
see where he's coming from based on the
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully you can. And this, the point of this is to just give our perspective, and hopefully some people agree. But the great thing is people will disagree and give points onto why they're wrong. So I hope to hear that feedback from Gio's channel and
Which
stuff
is
like
one of
that.
the good things, because I've actually been getting some actual comments on this channel. So maybe people who are Walking Dead fans will actually chime in and be like, no, maybe this person will die because of this and this. We want to hear any interpretation you want. And I'm going to try and make this video clickbait as shit, so everyone will click on it.
Alright, exactly. Alright, here we go. This is it. Alright, we're down to 3, like I said, alright? Now, this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna do the light. We're gonna refer back to the light again. Okay? So, as you can see, I'm gonna go back to the previous slide. I did the great thing, yes, believe it or not, is a shadow, ladies and gentlemen. It is a shadow. Because the light is behind Negan, to his right, behind him. Which means the light will reflect to the left a little bit, okay? Now, when Negan passes his final person, which Gio will show, he passes Rick, or at least it shows Rick's face before he does his final mow, like eeny, meeny, miny, mow, before he chooses the person, and you can see the shadow almost go past him.
And
Now,
it wouldn't make sense for him to immediately just like, if Rick's the one right before it.
Exactly, it just doesn't make sense. So, and the shadow is moving past Rick, and it ends up on the left, and on the left of Rick's face, which means the shadow is being directed off of Negan onto Rick, which makes sense because he's walking by him. But the shadow can't be in front of Negan. It has to be a little bit to the left, which means, in my opinion, it is not possible for Rick to die. Because he passed him on the way there, and the shadow is on the left of who he is killing, which means the shadow, the light will reflect it to the left of Negan, and in my opinion, Rick is safe in this possibility. So we're down to 2, ladies and gentlemen.
The final 2.
We're down to 2. And the main thing is, even though Rick lost a little bit in the last episode, yes,
He's been
he
defeated.
showed a little wimp in him. Yes, he's been defeated.
And
But
maybe
it doesn't
throughout the
mean-
season, he's
it
kind of
doesn't
been
mean-
blurring the line.
It doesn't mean we haven't lost the leader yet. He could still come back from this. He can still manage his losses. He could still manage to come back from this because he's seen what Negan's people have to offer. He can see what Negan's people can do. So he can create plans, and hopefully that's what we're all hoping our leader to do.
And
Now we're
probably
down
how-
to...
Oh, you go.
Yeah, it's okay. Now we're down to 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to Sasha, who is sort of a main character, I would say. She's been on the show for, I think, close to 2 seasons.
Yeah, just about, because they
Just
made her
about
first
2
in the
seasons.
prison.
Yeah, just about 2 seasons. I mean, 2 full seasons at least. And Aaron is...
A newcomer.
I wouldn't say he's a main character. He was main when, in the aspect that he brought them into this camp. He brought them into it. He gave them a new shine of hope that they didn't have to stay out there as long as they did, which is almost why I feel they would kill him off, because to almost eliminate that hope.
That's sort
You know
of
what I'm saying,
symbol of,
Gio?
like, yeah, how it's like it's showing that like he brought us to this safe haven that they have made their home, and to have the person who they first met from this community die would still be a major loss to a group, but not one where, like, let's say if it was Rick, it would be an entire season of just them trying to come back from it. But for Aaron, they could try and come back, and by the mid-season they'll be like maybe fully recovered, at least halfway recovered, and
Yes.
then hopefully be able to think of a plan so the beginning of next season they can enhance it. Because I personally think this entire season we're not gonna get. Negan's not going anywhere for an entire season. I can guarantee that. He's not going
I
anywhere.
think personally he's going to be there, you know, here and there, you know, come check on them to make sure they're in line. But honestly, I think a lot of the next season is going to be a rebuilding for the group to show that they still can have strength, they still can have hope. Which is why a lot of people can think Aaron could die because of the hope factor. Now, that's Aaron's reason for death. Sasha's reason, on the other hand, she is a main character. She has grown herself into a main character. She has been through a lot, to say the least. She has lost her brother. She has lost her lover. She has lost almost everything she had. She went onto the deep end for a good 6 episodes.
She was just fully lost.
Yeah, and she was actually starting to show hope again because of this little ginger right here. Which also brings into the hope factor. If anybody has hope on the show, it's almost as if they kill you off immediately.
It's a death sentence straight from the creators.
So, I'm gonna just say this. I could be wrong. You know, there's always that possibility that something went wrong, that the producers are just that
good.
That's just that good.
Which I want to say, like,
every aspect of how you could die and yet you're not going to.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to cut you off here for a second, but we just have to say, hey, the creators of Walking Dead, you guys are amazing. You craft such good stories, and to spark this much conversation, like with the Glenn dumpster scene, and with this, they pull with your emotions, and they make you think, and they make you always be talking about this. I mean, look at this. Fear the Walking Dead just ended, and we don't give a shit. We are still talking about who died in the last season.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane, really, and the producers are so good that they feel like I'm not gonna use the dumpster scene for Glenn. I'm gonna use the one where the entire community was with walkers, right?
Yeah.
He is trying to save Maggie, and you're like, okay, this is the way he would want to go.
Yeah, you were saying that too.
He saved his wife, and okay, he's getting surrounded by, and then out of
fucking
nowhere,
Abraham.
Out of nowhere, Abraham and Sasha just come and save him. Like, it's not predictable, the show. It's not. Not even from the comics anymore. Like, yes, they put some things in the comics,
Like Jesus.
but you can't predict it anymore. They're just that good. Now, I'm gonna explain this screen if you guys have been reading this while we're talking. I could be wrong, as I said before, right? Now, before I read the slide, in my opinion, now this is my opinion, either one of them could die. I am going with concrete. I am saying Sasha's gonna die.
And I fully agree with you.
I just feel they wouldn't give you a cliffhanger and wouldn't put so much suspense to not kill a main character. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and
And
the thing
Sasha
is
a main character. And, like, I'm not putting anything against Aaron. It's just
he has not
I
gotten the
feel-
development.
Exactly. I just feel they would kill off somebody more important to, make us wait this long. I could be wrong. Like I said,
Sasha's, like you said, we've seen Sasha's highs, we've seen her lows. It was Aaron we have not seen as much. We still need to see him develop more as a character. Yes, we saw your bit of the community sort of like coming together, especially when the huge walker horde came from the wolves. However, like, that's still not enough one-on-one development we've had with Aaron. Sasha, we've seen her grow, we've seen her lows, we've seen her highs, and I think Dean has crafted an amazing theory here.
Okay, so if you could see, I'm going to skip a lot of this because, a lot of it is just, like what we've been saying. But if you look at the last 2 lines, I will make a goodbye statement for both, which I did in this presentation. I will give you a goodbye statement for both. But for prediction's sake, like I said, I'm going to say Sasha's going to die for the reasons I said previously, main character and all that. And in my opinion, if either one of them dies, I consider myself correct.
Yeah.
Because of this beautiful
Because you were able
presentation.
to break it down out of what? It was like 10 guys or so to 2. That is some amazing detective skills on
2,
Dean's end.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11
11.
Jim. 11 Jim. Alright. So thank you, Sasha. Sasha, we've been through the ups and downs, through the deaths and the new beginnings of your life. We've all enjoyed you. Become an awesome sniper, by the way. You're insane. You're the best sniper in the group, by far. By far. And Abraham,
You fucked
you don't
up.
have a woman now.
You done played yourself. You played yourself.
You played yourself. You lost Rosita, and now, sorry, buddy.
And
you just lost
I'm not
Sasha.
doing a hit at Sasha right now because we're saying a thank you. But come on, Abraham. Rosita's
I
fucking
really-
hot.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna blame him. I'm gonna blame him completely. That's your fault, Abraham. Sorry, buddy.
Fucking Abraham.
Okay, maybe Abraham, maybe if you didn't get into Sasha, the directors of The Walking Dead wouldn't have had to have a feeling of killing Sasha. This is your fault.
We
This is
blame
your
you.
fault.
But
This
we
is-
do still admire you for saying, like, Mother Dick.
Oh, of course. Or Dick Porch.
Porch Dick. Porch Dick. Damn.
Sick. My bad. Okay. Now, Aaron, the boy. Thank you. We cannot thank you enough, like we said previous, to bringing this group into Alexandria, even though you have brought us into an entire new world, basically, of hell. But you have given us a place to call home. You have given us hope to a new life that we could eventually in the future call home. And I'm gonna make this promise for you. They will come. They will be back. The group that you have.
They're not gonna let your death be in vain.
No, they will be back for a vengeance, and Negan will die. As much as people like him or don't like him, he will die. That I'm making a guarantee. Yep. All right. Credits. Now, Gio laughed when I first showed this because, as you can see, there's a lot of it, and there's a lot of capitalization. So, all right.
This is mainly a letter basically to Rick that he did, and it's honestly the funniest thing. No, it's not just to Rick, it's the entire group.
It's the entire group, yeah, it's to everyone.
It's the funniest thing I've seen in my life, hands down.
Okay, so let's start with Rick. Let's first say it is okay. As much as you're a baby, as much as in that situation, even I would feel a sense of doing what you did. It's okay. You get scared, you face a new enemy, it happens, you know? But grow a pair, okay? Grow a new one, because you just got yours cut off. So grow a new pair, and defeat Negan, okay? It's as simple as that. Do something, okay? You're the leader, everyone else in the group is looking up to you after a huge death. Grow a new pair, alright? That's all I have to say about that. That's it. We're all counting on you, okay? Glenn and Maggie. I don't know what to say. For the love of God, stop separating. It only gets worse from
Let's be honest, they've had more time on screen apart than they did together.
It's unbelievable. It really is. I mean, all you do is separate, and then almost die, and then we almost have a heart attack. Then it's unbelievable. It really is. And now I don't know about the baby.
One nuclear family. Can we just have one family where we have the mother, the father, and the son?
It would be nice.
Or how hard is that?
Okay, now I don't know about the baby yet with Maggie. I hope
something could happen.
I hope the baby is okay. For the baby's sake, for Maggie's sake, for Glenn's sake. I hope the baby's okay. And hopefully, like Gio said, we can have our first, in a long time, nuclear family.
The last time we saw it was season 1.
It would be nice. It would be nice, okay? Now, Michonne, how does it feel? How does it feel to be the only Rick lover left? Huh? Now I'm gonna say it because it's caps, but Chocolate Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Chocolate Thunder. Chocolate Thunder, ladies.
No, I'm saying this right now. A little bit of a side note here. When I first read this, Dean was over. He came for pizza. I was reading this, and I was on the ground. Like, I could not keep my composure reading just Chocolate Thunder.
Ah, so good. Alright. Now next to Daryl. Daryl, your crossbow needs to be in a stable household. What I mean by that is...
You make it sound like a kid that just went out of a foster home.
At this point in the show, it is a kid. It's
our
part
baby.
of the show. It is part. Daryl, you keep losing it. Not only do you keep losing it, you keep going after it and then die, and then almost dying. It's not fun for any of us. It really isn't.
Our hearts can't handle it.
So how about this? You get your damn crossbow back. You hang it on a wall somewhere. And you only bring it down in dire situations where you absolutely need that damn thing, because I'm sick and tired of that thing getting lost, alright?
We went through the entire season without seeing any crossbow action except to freaking kill the nurse.
Exactly. I mean, seriously, come on, man. Carl, your boy Coral.
Cool.
As much as your dad wimped out, no, I wouldn't say wimped out. He showed signs of being human for once in his unbelievable badass life. Grow up to be like him. Be him. You want to be him. He is a leader. He has persevered through many, many hard times. The killing of his best friend, the death of his wife. I mean, the death of his many and more girlfriends to come. I mean,
No,
I
don't
mean,
say that, because then Michonne's gonna die.
Well, I mean, it's inevitable.
Fucking damn it.
Just be like him. He is a great man to be in the zombie apocalypse and to be in the new world, which everybody strives to get to. So, Carl, keep it up. And Gio, cue the clip of Negan saying, "I don't want to kill the future serial killer."
Yep.
I like that.
Do not make me kill the little future serial killer. Don't make it easy on me.
I like that. Okay. Now, he wasn't in the group, picture at the moment, but Gabriel. Now,
He's been a dick. Let's be honest. He started off being a
couldn't
dick.
have said it better. Couldn't have said it better than that. But you have grown. Now, I'm not
Surprisingly.
gonna lie. Now, Gio can vouch for me on this. I have said multiple times, if Rick died, I really felt that you could be the next leader. I really did.
Yes.
In my heart. I really think you could. Because you have shown signs of, like, I got this shit. Believe in
When
me.
Saving Private Ryan on their ass, saying a prayer
Yeah.
every time he killed someone.
Yeah, yeah, like, who the hell does that? That's badass. Now, I'm not gonna say what I wrote because it's a little racist, but you guys can read.
It's not. You're not saying it to be mean.
I'm not saying it to be mean, I'm saying it to be a nice individual person, but you guys can read
People
it for
can get
yourself.
butthurt.
Yeah, you guys can read it for yourself. Carol, now,
Once again,
you're
hasn't
flirting
been-
with it. You're flirting with it. Carol, you're flirting with the...
With
you're
death.
flirting with death. You're flirting with it.
And
But,
that's been lonely for a while. We don't.
But, can you just please, I didn't write this in, but just forgive Morgan. I mean, look at all that he's done for you. He's actually killed for you. He did it. He did it. He did it, Carol.
You broke the code.
You broke it. You broke him. He killed for you. So, I mean, just come home, like, just be with those people that you love. I mean, stop running just because you can't kill. If you can't kill, okay, we understand. Just don't leave, okay?
Just be like in background, help us behind the scenes.
Yes, you don't have to kill anymore. And if you want to kill, then kill. If you don't, you don't. Just come home, okay? Alright? We need you, because we're facing the biggest threat we have ever faced. Morgan!
Morgan!
You saved her. You did. After all the bickering, after all the
Language.
yes, you've saved Carol. And you have finally learned to kill when must. Thank you.
He learned the line. The line is
Yes,
drawn.
you
This
learned
is
the line
okay,
of where
this
to
is not.
kill and when to not kill. You've done it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Carol, also thank you for bringing him to that point. I think at this point you've made up with Carol. I hope at least.
Because
Gee,
if
I mean,
if not, then that's a major grudge right there.
I mean, come on, Carol. Seriously, alright? And hopefully you can return to that badass form of yours who saved Rick in Season 1. That would be nice. That really would be.
It's not like he ever left him. It's just now that he knows the line, it's like, ain't nobody
Yeah.
gonna take shit from Morgan.
Yeah. Abraham.
Oh my god.
Now we're gonna cue the video because I don't know who remembered this, but you were the only one who stood up and showed pride against Negan. Now Gio will show you in the video.
Bam!
God damn it. But I give you props for that, okay? I give you props for that. The group needs you. Believe it or not, the group does need you. You're a
We
hard-nosed
need your catchphrases.
military man with hella aspirations, okay? So, be the ginger that everybody wants, okay? Be the ginger. Feel the ginger.
He's the
Embrace
ginger that
Embrace
we
the
don't
ginger.
need, but we want.
Alright, and in all, you all need to regroup and be the people we love by showing who the real people are in this situation, okay?
Show him who the
So-
real king of the block is.
Exactly, so bring that back to Alexandria, please. Okay. Now, prediction. Prediction time, ladies and
For
gentlemen.
the
Prediction.
future. This is a long ass video, but I'm enjoying it.
Prediction time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this. Some of the stuff in here, some of it, is comic book related. Now, I didn't intend to do this. Now, if you guys don't know, I don't read the comic books. I try not to, because
Just in case.
it just gives away spoilers. or it makes you feel something that may not happen. It's very complicated, but I don't think any of us read the comics.
Well, some people do.
No, like any of us in our group. Gio.
Oh yeah, no one. Like I tried to read it at first, and then I'm like, no, this.
Yeah, it's just a long thing, but this is what I'm gonna say. Those two armored people that helped Carol and Morgan, I feel they're gonna be a big thing going forward. That's just me, okay?
Sort to like expand on it, it's like it's a bigger world than what we thought.
Yes. I don't now adding on to those two people, I don't think they're Hilltop people because they had too much armor on them. Even though they did have spears, even though they did have no guns like the reminiscent Hilltops, like they don't have any guns. I still feel they're not Hilltop people. That's in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Like
they
the
could be.
Horses and the
Yeah,
we didn't see any horses at the Hilltop.
No, we didn't. They just feel more badass than the Hilltop because the Hilltop are a little.
Pussies.
How do I put this? Yeah, thank you, Joe. So I'm assuming they're from another group. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm assuming they're from a bigger and better group, and hopefully, not only can they save Carol from her gunshot wounds, which I think, Gio, does she have two?
I think so.
I think it's 2, maybe 3. Gio, you can play back.
Bam!
Just like I'm gonna. Let's see who wins, bitch.
Clip. But hopefully they have a doctor for Carol. But on a bigger note, I hope they have a lot of people because Rick and our group are gonna need everything.
We need help. We need reinforcements.
We're gonna need everything we got.
Tactical nuke inbound.
And another note, we need a doctor. So hopefully they have a doctor.
Yeah, can a doctor please survive?
Because apparently, Daryl's crossbow, son of a bitch, killed our only nurse / doctor. So I mean,
we might have a bit of problem there.
Yeah, we need one of those. All right. So this is my season 7. I feel the first half of season 7 will be a lot of regrouping.
It has to be.
It has. I mean, from what they've done, from what they've just been through, they're not just gonna wake up the next day and be like, "All right, let's go." No, it's not gonna happen. It's just not. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of crying. There's gonna be a lot of distress. It's just gonna happen like that. It's how it happens. Even in the zombie apocalypse, people have emotions. People, all right. So I mean, that's how it's gonna be. Hopefully, like I said, with those two armored people, they find another big group. By Morgan and Carol to help them team up against Negan. That's what I'm hoping. That's what my interpretation was from the last.
It's pretty good interpretation.
Episode. I hope it is, Gio.
Because we need help. We need major.
And as for the second half of the season, get ready, people.
Because there will be plans. There will be rebels.
Just get ready, because from what I'm hoping, from what I'm expecting, this is gonna be the best season yet.
Yeah. And can I just throw something in there? What's it called? I think with the second half of the season, it's gonna be them just rebelling at Alexandria, at that community, and then Negan hears about it. It's like they're fucking shit up over there. Time to teach him a lesson, and then we go into the next season knowing this is where the big conflict is gonna be.
Hopefully this next season. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, they really haven't. I'm not trying to be
it's just the show goes everywhere. It goes everywhere.
They haven't announced if it's going to be the last season or not. They haven't announced if there's going to be a season. So I'm just, we're hoping here, They're predictions. But get ready for World War Z, people.
It's going to be the real World War Z.
It is going to be the next war of the future. It is, all right? And for everyone here, for Gio, for me, I hope you all enjoyed this presentation. I know this is a little bit different on Gio's channel. He usually doesn't do shit like this.
But I just could not have this go by without YouTube seeing it, because this is honestly the best predictions I've seen on YouTube. And I've looked up a lot, and I don't think anyone's gone to in-depth as Dean has. So Dean, thank you. And because I just love what his outro is. You can't see because he has a little picture in the bottom corner of him flipping off the middle finger that's covering it. But I'm just going to have Dean do the outro because I think it's fucking amazing. So Dean,
alright,
go ahead.
people, it's been a pleasure saying this to you. Hopefully this summer, because I don't know if you guys watched Gio's summer video. I'm working a lot now. I don't have much time, but hopefully we can find time to hang out, get some more videos to you guys with me in it. Hopefully, do some different shit, maybe some PC games from CS:GO, from even I'll save some hints for you guys maybe, but yeah, that's it.
Iceland.
You and I, that's all I have to say. All right, everybody. Mustang riding off.
Talk to y'all later. Peace. That was good, Dean.
Felt well.